What does an INFJ need to feel loved? I was scrolling the INFJ Facebook feeds, as you do, and I saw this meme, an image, a graphic. It was sharing on the topic of how to love an INFJ. And they gave 10 different ways that an INFJ can feel loved, or how you, as a non-INFJ, could love your INFJ person. And I thought that it would be fun to go through each one of these and share my experience with you as an INFJ, and to just talk on each one to see if that's how I feel loved as an INFJ, and if I think INFJs really do feel loved by that one. Of course, to make this extra interesting, I would love for you to be part of this discussion and let me know out of the 10 which ones make you feel most loved as an INFJ. Let's get into it. Hey there, I'm Sam and I'm an Australian-based online counsellor for INFJs, introverts, empaths, gentle souls, neurodivergent people, basically all of the cool people out there. So I'm super happy that you're here. If you feel like this is your vibe and I'm your person, then I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and become part of this growing community. Let's get into what we're all here for, which is the 10 different ways that an INFJ can feel loved. And the first one in this image is never lie. Never lie. I can see why that would be number one, because I know for me as an INFJ, telling the truth at all times is an incredibly high value of mine. It's probably one of my core values in life, is to speak the truth at all times. And because I am an INFJ who values honesty and speaking the truth, then it makes sense that as an INFJ, for me to feel loved is for the person in my life, like whether it's my partner, my beautiful husband, or my friends or family, to always speak the truth to me. In the past, I have been naive and I have believed people at face value. I always want to see the best in people and to see the good in their heart. And so when people share things with me, share their story, share whatever, then of course, I'm going to choose to believe them. But as soon as somebody lies, then my trust is completely broken. It is broken, and it is incredibly hard for a person to ever regain my trust again. If someone lies to me, then to me that relationship is over. I don't know if I've shared this story before, but I had a person in my life, not a lover, but like a mentor in my life, and he lied about having cancer. Now that was huge, right? It was all over the media, and he faked this cancer. It was a massive deal. It was a very traumatic time in my life, and ever since then I am no longer so naive about trusting people and believing them at face value. But I am now someone where it's like, well, trust needs to be built. I need to see and watch your actions to see if you're telling the truth. This happened when I was about 24, so quite a while ago now. And since then, I believe that I have a pretty good bullshit radar. I can generally see when somebody is lying to me. And if somebody lies to me, then that's it. Not gonna be your friend. I'll see right through you. And any chance of a friendship or relationship is done and dusted. So I'd say that's pretty accurate, at least in my life as an INFJ. The second thing on how to love an INFJ is pay attention to everything we say. We mean every word. Well, the we mean every word kind of goes in line with what I was talking about with that truth and honesty and authenticity. No matter how hard it is, I will always speak the truth. Always. I remember one time, no, do I want to share that? Probably not. But paying attention to everything we say, that is such a beautiful way for an INFJ to feel loved. Many of my videos on this YouTube talks about how as INFJs we often feel misunderstood, we feel unheard, we feel like people don't get us. And I've also shared before about when we're sharing information about us or sharing a story, how common it is for people to jump in, interrupt us, cut us off, cut us like mid-sentence, and how frustrating that is as an INFJ. And so yeah, if someone is actually sitting there listening to me, paying attention to what I'm saying, and like wants to know more and wants to go deeper and have that curiosity, then I feel so loved. In fact, that's probably one of the things that caused me to fall in love with my husband. The night that we met, he was just so attentive to me and he just wanted to know everything about me and was hanging on every word that I was speaking. Number 3, do not make assumptions. When in doubt, ask. Yeah, I love that one. I feel like probably more when I was younger, a lot of people did make assumptions about who I was or what I was trying to express. Expressing myself and communicating verbally and effectively was really hard for me. And so when I was given the chance to actually talk or share, I don't think I was ever able to like really get across what I was trying to say. And then people would make assumptions about the sort of person I was or about my heart. I always felt like I had a well-meaning heart, but perhaps that didn't always come across. And so people would make assumptions, and that made me feel unloved. And so I agree with that. I would feel loved as an INFJ if you just ask. If you're not sure about something, if you're in doubt, just ask. It's just key communication strategies, right? 4, treat us as your equal and with the utmost respect. Yes, I don't know if this is on the same wavelength, and I don't know if this is an INFJ thing, so please let me know if this is you. But growing up, and you know, even now, I've never looked at celebrities and thought like, wow, like celebrity and I love them and need to get their autograph. And if I did come across celebrities out in the wild, which is rare in Australia, I was never in awe. I never felt like they were better than me. To me, I just saw them as another human doing human things, such as acting. Of course, with everything going on in the media with celebrities and like all the naughty things they're up to right now, my respect has gone down. But I guess what I'm trying to say is as an INFJ, I don't see people on this hierarchy of who they are. Like, I would treat a homeless man on the street with the same respect as I would treat the millionaire down the road. I don't know if there's any millionaires down my road, but do you get what I mean? They're people. We're all humans having a human experience. Some of us, that's just a homeless person compared to the millionaire, are having very different human experience. But at the end of the day, we all have hearts, we all have feelings, we are all in this place of survival. And so I don't look at the millionaire and think they're better than the homeless person. And so because that's how I view the world and view people, it makes sense that I would ask for the same thing, to be treated as an equal and to be treated with respect. When I was working in the workplace, so not for myself and not at home, but like, you know, in the workplace, if people spoke down on me and treated me with disrespect, like, no. I would stand up for myself and I would cut that person off and tell them, do not speak to me like that. Do not treat me like that. Treat me with respect. We're all equal here. Not that we're treated as equals, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, 5, be smart and or funny, preferably both. Arouse us with your mind. I love that. When I think back on all of the boys, or the men, but like I'm thinking when I was younger, I met my husband when I was 25, so prior to that, they were like boys. I was always attracted to the people that had like that intellectual stimulation, that could have deep and meaningfuls that could go deep and ask the questions, the big questions, and be curious about life and be curious about our human experience and our human existence. And I was also attracted to the funny people. And this is so accurate the more that I think about it. Combining that intellect and the humor is just chef's kiss. And I feel like I got really lucky with my husband because he makes me laugh every day. Like, to me, he's the funniest person ever, and we just have like the biggest belly laughs. Plus, we have the most beautiful conversations. And yes, I'm also attracted to him physically, but it was the other stuff that drew me in. Number 6, let us know what makes you happy. We are seasoned people-pleasing experts. How do I feel about that one? I don't think I like the language of like saying we're people-pleasing experts, even though that is true. Yes, we are people-pleasing experts. Is that a positive thing? I don't think it is a positive thing. But is it a good thing that we want to make the people in our lives happy? Yes, that's a positive thing. And I think INFJs, we value that honest communication. So yeah, don't keep it a secret on what makes you happy. Like, speak up. If something makes you unhappy, tell us. Be honest, be truthful. It comes back to the not lying scenario. What do you think about that one? I'm curious to hear from you. Okay, number 7, no drama, please. Oh, please, no drama. I'm done with drama. I can't stand drama. And with the drama comes all the big feelings. And with all the big feelings comes us feeling and absorbing it all, and it's so stressful for an INFJ. I strive for a calm and peaceful life, drama-free. And if you can provide that to me, like, I will feel so loved. And that is how I feel loved, is by not having the drama, please. Number 8, be patient. We know that we're a handful. Oh, yes, patient. I'm pausing on that because we know we're a handful. Look, I think I've shared that when I was younger, I was so hyperactive and I knew I was a handful, and every night I would stare in the mirror and I would ask, what is wrong with you? Why can't you be different? And I would try and change myself. But during that time, I had the bestest friends, and they are still my best friends to this day, and they have always made me feel so loved through the ups and downs of my life. And part of the way that they have shown me love is by being patient with me through my crazy years, through my depressed years, through all of the seasons that I've been in. And yeah, I am a forgetful person. I forget to do things. I can be scatterbrained. And when people in my life can show patience around that and understand who I am and where I'm coming from, that makes me feel so loved. Number 9, learn to sit with us in silence. You know, I was talking to my husband the other day. So later this year, we're going to Canada to visit family and friends, and we were just figuring out our itinerary, and there's a friend that I haven't seen for like 5 years that I want to catch up with. And I was telling him, my husband, how much I enjoy seeing this person. They are the biggest extrovert, and I actually like that they talk a lot because I don't have to hold the conversation and they just chat, and I'm quite happy to just sit there and absorb that. But I do also appreciate the people in my life where we can just have that comfortable silence, where we don't always feel like we need to be talking. And I feel like I get that from the introverts in my life. We have these beautiful friendships. My husband's also an INFP, and we can spend time together by not necessarily talking. When we do talk, it's normally a deep and meaningful, or it's funny or whatever. But when we can just be together in silence, that is golden to me. And last but not least, number 10, we're not looking for people who only agree with us. We seek people who seek the truth. Yeah, I don't know if I've talked about this much, but I'm a big believer in balance, in not having extreme opinions on either side, but being able to find balance in things. In my 20s, I was an extremist and it was incredibly harmful. And that was around the cancer faker time. Since that experience, I don't ever want to be that person again or go down that road. And so I've always sought balance. And I think we can find balance by having an array of friendships where people all hold different opinions and viewpoints on life, because then it brings a different layer of conversation and allows us to use our critical thinking skills rather than just surrounding ourselves with people who only like think and believe the same way as us. It helps to bring that balance. And I'm finding this a bit hard to talk about on that point, because I know what's going on politically in America. And yes, I have pretty strong opinions and values on that. I'm hoping you know what they are based on my vibe and my aura. And so sometimes, as an INFJ who is quite idealistic, I do sometimes find it hard to hear other people's opinions when I don't agree. But I think there's still value in being able to have those conversations with people who are willing to. But I think the difference is having conversations with people who are willing to be open-minded and to have their opinion changed. So I don't enjoy having conversations with people who are extremists because they have a closed mind, but people who are open-minded about these topics. Okay, so that is the 10 things on this graphic on how an INFJ can feel loved. And I feel like there's so many more things that we could add to that list. I don't know who created that graphic. It was in a Facebook post. There was no like branding. There's a QR code and it says Photoshop Express. So I don't think that's the person who created it. If that's you, let me know and I'll give you credit for that. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with these 10 things? What do you feel like needs to be added or took away? Or deleted? Wow, I need to end this video, hey?